So the power of the tongue, our words, our meditations and confessions, understand that the tongue, it operates like an open hand to receive or to send or agree or refuse. Once again, the tongue in the spiritual realm or that invisible word of God, the kingdom, spiritual things, the tongue operates like an open hand to receive or to send or agree or to refuse. You can find the power of the tongue in Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 21. Uh, an example for that, understand in conversating with anyone, they may invite you to a certain function or dinner or party or some type of service, whatever it may be. They may have something they want to give you, maybe a dress, some tools or a hat, or some money. Or they may have something they need or would like you to do for them or with them. Understand your answer, either yes or no, maybe, I don't know, whether you text a response, email it, you call them on the phone, send a telegram, some kind of way you communicate to them. Understand that your communication operates as a hand to receive what they want to give you. An open hand. Your communication, your response to what they may ask you or request of you, your response operates like a hand that receives from them. Your communication operates as a hand to receive what they want to give you, or either you can reject what they want to give you by your response with your words. No, I can't come. No, I can't do it. By saying no or turning away the opportunity, then you stop yourself from being able to receive what they wanted to give you. Or if you accept it by with your words, yes, I'll be there. Yes, I can do it. Then you are verbally agreeing, or your words are acting like a hand, receiving, making an appointment for what they have for you. You're scheduling to get something. Have you ever called someone and made an appointment to meet them, or maybe they called you and you verbally or electronically or by writing you agreed to meet them, but you know some kind of way it slipped your mind or you got busy, something happened, and you forgot about the appointment that you made? Well, it's true. You did talk, you did communicate in some manner. You made the mutual appointment, but by missing the appointment, um, forgetting about what you promised to do, you failed to get, to receive, or to give what was agreed upon. The thing that you had discussed in your conversation or your communication. It may have been something very important or something helpful, but you missed it, even though you agreed to get it. You agreed by way of your mouth, by the words that you spoke. Yes, I'll be there. Yes, I'll do it. Yes, I want that. What you talk about has to line up with what you prayed about. Understand that that communication, that your tongue, your words operate like a hand. Um, that's how it works with prayer, with words, meditations, and confession. What you talk about has to line up with what you prayed about or what you have believed you received. Understand, I can't pray or you can't pray. You shouldn't pray in the God kind of faith and then talk with the devil's doubt. Look at Matthew 21, chapter 21 and verse 22. I'm going to read this from the King James Version. Matthew chapter 21, verse 22. It says, in all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive them. This discloses to us the attitude, the mindset, the heart position of faith, and the believing that is necessary to receive all things that we ask for in prayer. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21 once again says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. That word death means to put to death or to destroy, to ruin, actually, or state of reality of pestilence. a fatal, contagious, or infectious disease or epidemic. Remember the bubonic plague they used to talk about years ago. A disease caused or transmitted by fleas or infected rats. Understand the bites, listen to this real close. I know it sounds kind of strange, but listen to it. The bites from the mouth of these infected rats or fleas produce death. That's how the bubonic plague came about. The bites from the mouth of these infected rats or fleas produced death. What do we say? The Word of God says that death and life is in the power of the tongue, and your tongue operates like a hand that either receives the things of God, or not only the things of God, but those spiritual things. A lot of you are living in things that you really don't desire, but by the words of your mouth, which operated as a receiving mechanism. You've allowed things to come into your life, into your way of thinking, created a way of life by your words, played a big part in that. It says death and life is in the power of the tongue. That word life means to be in existence. It means to cause specific manifestations. It means to be responsive to live, to revive, to keep alive, give promise, to let live, to nourish up, to preserve, to restore, to recover, to repair, to be whole. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. And your tongue, the power of your tongue operates like an open hand, extended out, that grasps or either grips specific possessions. So the tongue is an instrument used to help produce life or death, to help grasp or grip specific possessions that fall under either category, whether death or life. The tongue operates like that. Now think about this. If you didn't know this truth, understand you still are created in God's image. Your tongue is still producing things. You're producing things, but if you don't know the power of the tongue, you're saying things and causing things to happen, and you have no idea. You're blaming God, or you may even be blaming the devil. But most things are happening because of your own influence, by your own words and your own actions, your own thoughts. That's why it's so important to know who you are. To know why you are, to know who you are, to know who God made you to be. How are you made? You're made in His image. How did God bring things to pass? He brought things into creation, into existence by speaking them. He spoke the world into existence. So in that same manner, are you speaking your world, your existence, your circumstances into existence? It starts with you saying it. Have you ever been upset with someone? Somebody did something wrong to you, and maybe you didn't say what you intended on saying to them right then, or maybe you were intended on fighting with them, or I'm going to get them back. They hit me and I didn't do anything, or you're going to intend to take some type of action. Well, like most people, you once you get away from the situation, you start talking to yourself. I can't believe I allowed them to do that to me. I can't believe I allowed them to say that. I can't believe I allowed them to get away with that. You know what? I'm going to get them. You know what? I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. I'm going to tell them, that wasn't right. The next time I see them, I'm going to tell them something. But that scene is being set previously or beforehand in your mind by your words. You're talking about what you're going to do. You're setting it up by your words. You're so to say, you're kind of pumping yourself up. You're psyching yourself out by your words. You're creating a future event by the words you're speaking presently. Understand, so is the word of God. Death and life is in the power of the tongue, and they that indulge in it shall eat the fruits thereof. If you don't know who you are and the power that you have within yourself, God-given power, that you were created with this ability within you, you could be causing your own destruction, self-destruction, and not know it, and you're blaming everyone else around you. Understand, the tongue helps or plays a major role, but the tongue alone in most situations can't bring the desired result by itself. The tongue helps. The tongue plays a strong part in bringing things to pass, but the tongue alone by itself